Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. So last time we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger, and we're just gonna hop right into it. You guys ready for this? I don't think you are. Alright, welcome to Impact. He is a giant robot, kind of changes up the gameplay a bit. It's kind of like a, at this part anyways, more like a on-rails shooter, sort of. Maybe in the vein of Star Fox or some other kind of game. The whole purpose here is to try to collect as much fuel as you can and collect Rio while you're at it. You can collect both just by smashing into things, basically. You can also shoot Rio. Really don't recommend doing it here, but yeah, you'd think, you know, oh, we should avoid breaking all these buildings and stuff. There's innocent people living there, but no, you want to destroy everything. There are some obstacles in the way, such as pits and bridges. Pits you can trip over bridges you can trip over, and pits you just fall into. There's not much of a deficit if you fall into them, maybe a little bit. It just kind of takes away some moment where you can gain more fuel and stuff. I don't 100% know how gaining fuel works. It kind of just happens. I'm not 100% on it, but all I know is you want to get a good chunk of it if you can. Just try your best to collect as much as you can while you're here, and things should go smoothly in the next section. I mean, the animations for tripping and stuff are pretty elaborate. Anyway. Wartime Kabuki robot, Kashigawa, or Kashiwagi. Oh! Yo! So the best tactic to do with most of the impact fights is grab them and punch the crap out of them. Now, if you guys happen to own the manual, you will actually find inside of it commands for controlling impact. Usually, punching with the A button is just kind of his thing. You can punch with A or B, kind of change. It's kind of like a giant form of Rock'em Sock'em robot. As you can see, there's a gauge in the middle that slowly builds. It is now flashing. In order to do this super punchy mash, C up, C down, C up, and then A. And now, you can shoot a giant laser. Hell yeah, the impact beam. In order to do that, you need to do C up, C right, C down, C left. Kind of just a circle, and then hit the Z button. And it will allow you to shoot a beam. It does a good chunk of damage, and that's pretty much the best way to take care of all of these bosses. So if you have the manual for this game, like I do, you can just have all the controls listed there. If not, you can find them online. Actually, for the longest time, like the very first time I played this game as a kid, I had no idea that this stuff was like this. So these bosses were like the hardest thing ever, because I only really knew how to A and B and stuff and shoot. But life is a lot easier now that we have all the controls and know exactly what to do. Especially with this sick combo we can do with the punch and kick. In fact, there you go. He's done. Does this look like the face of mercy? 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 Does this look like That's only slightly disturbing, and also, gotta appreciate that JPEG of a real sky there in the skybox.
Well, I have to get going. We're filming a movie. First, I have to get to America. If you need me again, call me.
Now, unfortunately, you can't just call Impact whenever you want and wreak havoc on the world. He's only there for specific parts. Game asks you to save, but really don't need to. But yeah, in the Japanese version only, I believe, it's completely possible to skip that entire fight by walking past the loading zone for the cutscene just by hugging the left side, and you can just walk straight here. It's kind of bizarre, but hey. I think that was also fixed in the North American version. Actually, I don't know, because I never really tested it, but whatever. Typically, you can. Skip it.
So it was you guys. Yay! What are you doing here? I was following that peach-shaped UFO.
Just as I suspected. That UFO has something to do with what's happening, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely.
In order to defend the peace of Japan, Secret Ninja Agent Ye has begun to investigate the strange occurrences happening throughout Japan. They are thought to be caused by the mysterious Flake Gang.
And did you find anything out about the Flake Gang? Well, all I found out was that there are several members who call themselves the Peach Mountain Shoguns.
Peach Mountain?
Huh. I don't care if we're talking Peach Mountain or Chestnut Mountain or even a Pear Mountain. They'd better be ready, because I'm gonna kick their butts! It looks like our objectives are the same.
Wow! Then we can go together on our adventures!
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yay! Ye joined the team. Yes. I'll be here all week. Alright, with that, we get to hear probably my favorite song in the entire game. It's just so peaceful. Welcome to Zazen Town. Now, once again, I did not talk to anybody during my practice play just to see what they all say now. Get my reaction fresh.
This is the Kansai region, Arf! Impressive! While playing this game, you can also become an expert in Japanese geography, Arf!
I mean, maybe. I don't know if it's entirely accurate to Japan, but hey. This is the Zazen town of Yamashiro. It's a very old and historical town. And the music is just so damn peaceful. I wonder where Yoshi went. He's always been determined to become a great dancer.
Yoshi!
Probably not the Yoshi we know. One by one, kids with dancing talent have been kidnapped in the Shikoku region. I'd better save them with my secret powers. On second thought now, my back's been bothering me. I relate, old man. I relate. Benkai is sitting on Gojo... I wonder if that's pronounced Goho. Is sitting on Gojo Ohashi Bridge, not allowing anyone to get through. He'll let them through once he's taken everything and added to his collection.
Wow! I saw it! It was like a huge long thing flying across the sky.
Alright.
Children in this area are being kidnapped. What has the world come to?
What has the world come to? I can't believe it. But they mentioned dancers only, huh?
Hey! Stop! Stop right there! If you want to get by here, hand over the treasure you have. Well, come on. What is it gonna be?
I don't have any treasure with me.
What? You poverty-stricken good for nothing!
Yeah, we're not allowed to go past here. Once again, in the Japanese version only, there's actually a glitch you can do to get past them, but it's kind of impossible for us. Anyway, up here is just the, the shopping district. There's the general store, the inn. Actually, you know what? We have so much Rio on us. Let's go ahead and just buy one of these extra armor items, because why the hell not? So, again, these are mostly just for extra hits. Don't really need them. So, why the heck not? We have so much money, so may as well do it and show it off. So we got some extra vulnerability, or invulnerability, I guess, from enemies. And I believe there's actually a house here. There you go.
Sorry, but this is no store. But visit all kinds of places and listen to what people have to say. Then I'm sure good things will happen.
You know, you kind of said something similar to another person who lived in a very similar house in another town. Anyway, let's switch to Yae for a bit. Because we just got her, may as well show her off. I really like Yae. Because she uses a sword, katana. And I really like her shadow, because her hair is just balls. I don't know why, but I guess it's just how her hair works. The physics and animations for them are just attached to balls, I guess. But anyway, right here, if we... there we go. Hit that bamboo. A little fortune doll will fall from the sky. So there you go. This room will also have more significance to us later, but for now, that's all we want in here. So we can go through this corridor and end up on the other side of Zazen Town. Of course, more people are hanging about. I believe that's a restaurant. Anybody living here? Oh, hello, sir. I hear there are guys using gigantic robots to attack towns and villages. You're not those guys, are you? No. We have a giant robot. We're good guys, though, I promise. Don't worry about us, sir. We're not causing any trouble. Intentionally, anyway. What else do you guys have to say? Some more people. Look at this kid walking around a hedge.
My mom tells me not to go outside because kids are being kidnapped. But I'm a big boy now. I'm a big kid now. There's nothing I can't handle.
There are all kinds of things to eat in each part of Japan. It's not a bad idea to visit different areas just to feast on the great food. You have no idea how much I want to go to Japan and have all sorts of different cuisine. Man, can't wait.
There's just one person in this town who has crossed the Gojo Ohashi Bridge without handing anything to Benkai. His face is pretty good looking, but when it comes down to his personality, he's good looking, but he's kind of an annoyance. I think I know a few people like that. Sanji.
Benkai, who you'll find at the Goho Ohashi Bridge, is a treasure maniac. He waits at the bridge on the lookout for rare treasures carried by people. I mean, is he doing that illegally? Can't you guys like do something about that? Hey, a dog. Chiyomaru.
These are the upper reaches of Duck Creek, woof! If you go down the creek, you'll reach midstream. And then a little further is downstream, woof! Which would mean that since I'm here, I must up the creek without a paddle. Woof!
Try to tell a joke there, but there's a little bit of grammatical issues with it. I'm sorry, Mr. Inu. Can't go that way yet. There's a guy there. We'll talk to him later. There is a little area I want to show really quick, just because it's here. Ah, here it is. Hey you, traveler! You were led to this golden temple. Why not listen to my sermon while you're here? I'll also include a song and an autograph session. Sounds great. Oh yeah, there's like a big golden temple here, but can't go in it yet, so. That's really about it when it comes to talking to people. Let's actually carry on with our... Can I get out of this? Carry on with our objective now. Uh-oh. Let me out. Let me out! Because Yae can't jump that high out of water. Anyway. Stick with her for now. But we actually do want to go around Duck Creek. Ugh, I cannot do Donald voice. Because we gotta go visit somebody who lives here. That lady mentioned somebody who was able to pass Benkai without giving him stuff, so we want to go talk to him and learn his secret. How did he do it? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go, me and you and Goemon too. I apologize. Anyway. So, gotta talk to this fella here. What? What do you want? Who are you? You've got a nerve asking who I am. You don't recognize me? I'm only telling you once. Keep your ears wide open. I'm Ushiwaka, the best looking knight in the world. Now remember that. I guess they're alright for a polygon. Do you know Benkai? Of course I do. He's like a follower to me. Wait a sec. I bet you're trying to get across the Goho Ohashi Bridge that Benkai's blocking. Am I right?
No, not at all. Is that so? In that case, you're in the way! Scram! Oh, yeah, we are. Oops, dang it. I've actually never seen all those guys' dialogue before, so kind of curious. Why didn't you just tell me in the first place? Just do me a favor and I'll tell you how to deal with Benkai. Well, what do you say? Will you do me a favor? No way. Is that so? In that case, oh, he just says the same thing. Alright. Again, this is something we have to do if we want to continue on. It's actually not that big of a deal, so, let's go on. Let's do this guy the favor he wants. Well, alright. Then it's decided. Okay, catch me some fish from the Duck Creek. First, catch 3 bluefish. Alright, so I guess now suddenly all these strange fish that don't really swim fully submerged are all over the Duck Creek. Yeah, you can actually go into multiple areas to catch them. And, yeah, I just gotta catch some fish. It's not that big of a deal. Now, I'm sure some people might find this bit annoying. I honestly don't, because it's just so peaceful. Because, well, first off, you think like, oh, gotta go fishing. It's gonna be some kind of fishing minigame, right? No, they just, they just pick them up with their bare hands. I don't know if you ever try to, I gotta get yellowfish, 5 of them. I don't know if you've ever tried to just pick up a fish, but I feel like it'd be a little bit harder than just scooping it out of the water like this. Anyway. Some people might find this bit, you know, less than stellar. I really don't mind it, mostly because it's just so peaceful. Zazen Town's music is like the most relaxing thing on the planet, so I don't mind it at all. And it's not that difficult at all, you just walk into them and you have them. So, I actually don't know if anything happens if you pick up the wrong colored fish. I've never done it, and you know what? I don't feel like finding out. Well, yeah, we could just visit all these different areas, and there's a bunch of fish hanging about, so... Or swimming about, I guess. Only for this one instance do we ever see them, which is kind of bizarre, but hey, what can you say? Get to an area that has more yellowfish real quick. Alright, heading back upstream. Here's another one. That should be it too, right? Oh, whoops. Here you go. There's 5 yellowfish. Surely that must be it. I don't know, there's a 3rd color fish I've been seeing in here. He's probably gonna want some of those too. Why do they all taste different? I mean, if they didn't, there wouldn't be any reason to not catch different colors, right? Pretty good. Okay, this is the last. Get me 8 redfish. Man, this kind of reminds me of that Dr. Seuss book, you know. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Oh, something about it. Just kind of reminds me of that. I wonder if this is kind of like a weird reference. I don't know. I mean, Japan does make references to our culture sometimes as much as we make references to theirs. But, I don't know. Dr. Seuss might be reading a little bit too deeply into this. Dude just wants some fish of different colors. I wonder if there really are different types of fish, though. I mean, they're all clearly the same kind. They're just different colors. But yeah, I wonder why they could have done like some kind of mini game here. Maybe they originally planned on it. I honestly don't know at all. But it seems like something they probably would have done, but guess either they thought of doing it and then didn't, or just this was always the plan. I wouldn't know. There isn't actually that much documentation and stuff that was changed in this game as far as I know. So there are some regional differences of like changed textures and stuff that we've briefly talked about a little bit, and some translation stuff to change, you know, what certain people are talking about. But outside of that, not too many crazy differences, not too many like removed models that I know about or anything. So, voice, please. All right, just grab these last couple of guys. Oh, we're already done. I wasn't paying attention. Well, I guess it just buzzed at me like, nah, come on, man, you don't need that. I didn't even realize I already had collected 8. Okay. Well, let's give them to this guy as well. All right, you did it! With all this fish, I won't go hungry for some time. Well, as I promised. That is... Oh, throw this at Benkai. I'm sure he'll move to the side. Just throw this at him. All right, then. So we've received the Achilles heel, the secret to getting Benkai out of the way. Alright, so let's head back to the other side of town where Benkai is. I'll see you guys there. Alright, back on the other side of town here. We're actually going to switch back to Goemon for the upcoming thing. I'm not 100% sure of this, but I'll talk about it in a second.
Hey, you over there! If you want to cross this bridge... Oh! I can see in your eyes, you want to fight. Very well. However, if you lose, I will blast you far, far away!
Well, well, it's a fight with Benkai. Look for the instant Benkai reaches the ground when jumping. And throw the Achilles heel at him 3 times within the time limit. The item can be thrown by pressing the B button.
Alright, so as we're about to start here, this is one of the first mini games we're going to be doing in this game. It's not too complicated, the timing can be kind of weird, and I feel like, I'm not 100% on this, I didn't really practice greatly with it, but I feel like each character throws it slightly differently. All I know is I tried a bunch of Yay and I sucked at it, and with Goemon I was able to do it better. So, let's just go ahead and do it.
Then we shall begin!
So the secret here is to kind of just wait certain time periods. The first time, you just wait for Benkai to land on the ground and throw it at him. This one, you want to like throw it as he's starting to bend his knees and you hit him. Now he's gonna hit you, or hit the block as you throw it at him, so you want to try to throw it and make sure it hits him as he's landing, and then he won't be able to break it before it hits him. So, that actually can be kind of hard and awkward to time, and it can be kind of difficult, but I made it look pretty easy there.
Ever since the Achilles heel was thrown at Benkai, Achilles heel was meant to be the weak point of someone.
There's something fishy about that story.
To be defeated in the same manner as I was by Ushiwaka. Please, I beg you, don't tell anyone that I lost, please. I'll let you pass the bridge at will, and I'll give you something from my collection.
Which is... Wow! It's our friend Sasuke!
What Benkai pulled out was all stiff, with batteries almost falling out. It was none other than the mechanical ninja Sasuke.
Where did he get this?
It came falling from the sky just the other day.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the explosion at the wise man's house.
Well, in any case, don't tell a single soul that I lost.
And with that, we receive our 4th and last party member, Sasuke, but unfortunately, we can't switch to him right now. Because he's kind of dead. So, but now we can cross over into Yamato. Benkai will no longer block our way. So here, we're gonna be warping to some new places, and you'll see what I mean in a second. There's a big old shrine here, but for whatever reason, we're not allowed to go into it. At least not this way. It's just blocked with magical powers. When I was younger, that confused me greatly because I never figured it out, but it's actually not that complicated at all. Am I heading on the right bridge? Yeah, okay. There's a bunch of bamboo forests we can go to here, but there's really no point. We're just gonna go here where there's a turtle stone. Some really peaceful music out here too. I really like the look and feel of this area. Anyway, there's a stone here. We're first gonna go ahead and push it left, because when it reaches each side of these 4 different directions here, it does something different. This time it dropped a fortune doll. Start pushing it this way while we go pick this little guy up. With 1 more strength will increase yet again. So we've been doing pretty good about collecting all of them on our way. And if we hit this one, we warped. We're actually outside of the Yamato Shrine now, and it's just open. I'm not quite sure how that works, but there you go. I guess magical teleporting rocks is the secret to getting into shrines. I honestly don't understand that one at all. Anyway, the only reason we want to come in here is because there's actually a couple of fortune dolls. So we're gonna go on right here. There's a platform down below us, and there's no other way to it aside from jumping to it like this. So there you go, there's one of the 2 that are in here. And look at that, we got more health again. Cool. Alright. Now we can go ahead and climb to the very tippy top of this place. I kind of wish there was a bit more in here to make it a bit more interesting. There's not a lot to it, it's just like a little side platform area. And the only reason you'd ever come in here is if you plan on collecting all of the fortune dolls. Otherwise, you can just pass by this place completely. It doesn't have much other purpose other than just getting the fortune dolls that are here. So, good. Of course that happens. The one time I'm not using Rio to safely make it across the gaps, I end up falling. Of course, the one time. I thought it'd be fine. I thought it'd be fine, but it very much wasn't. Now this video is gonna be slightly longer because I'm incompetent at doing jumps. Again, the momentum in this game is a little bit awkward sometimes. So, yeah, using Rio to do some of the jumps here will make life a lot easier. Alright, now over here is actually the first instance where we're gonna get a surprise pack, and these increase how many lives we have, so they're nice to get, especially if you're really, really bad at the game. So, extra lives are good. And, of course, the last fortune doll that we got. Or the last one in here of the two. And, yeah, there's nothing else in here, unfortunately. Just some good beats. The opportunity to get more life. So. Outside of that, that's that. So we can go ahead and leave. Now, the next section, there's going to be a pretty long gap between us progressing and getting to another save point, so I'm actually going to wrap the video up here, because I don't want it to get too long. So next time, we're going to head back into the Turtle Rock and warp somewhere else. So this has been Bluebomberimo. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, have a great day.